Yo, what is up, everybody? Go ahead and turn this a little bit. Welcome to the stream. Got our episode 4 going today. Episode 4 rating, trying to get to 2,400. I got the chillax music going in the background, so feel free to just put me on and just chill. Let me try to see if I can increase my. There we go. Get my seat raised up a little bit. Trying to chillax myself. There we go. We are at 1750, I think. Let's take a look. Profile. We are at 1700 even. Nice. We're at 1700. I did do a couple of puzzles, got up to 2272, and then I started to get really worn out, and so I just went to bed. And we can do those puzzles another time. Actually, I think it'd be a great start to go ahead and do a couple puzzles just to kind of start out. Ooh, this is interesting. Solved 70%, 2282. King side attack is lacking. I don't know if that's because there aren't that many problems just yet with a king side attack, but I understand that. Yeah, quiet moves and forks are definitely the ones that I see the most of. This is interesting. I've never seen this page on Lee Chess. That's awesome. That's nice. That's really nice. Give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and get my. Thought I had my chat up, but I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't have my chat up. Let me do that. There we go. All right. I got some chocolate milk going. Just trying to make sure everything is set up real quick. Let's go ahead and 30 days works. Let's go 30 days. Let's go puzzles. Puzzles. What's up? Nice to see you, Beatrium. Beatrium. Actually, it is Beatrium. Beatrium. All right. Find the best move for black. I'm going to guess that it's not resigns. That would be funny. Okay. So I'm seeing this. There's the pin. Attacking it. This is a. Well, do I have any checks in this position? I always look for checks and captures. I have one check in the position. That forces this move. Only move. And then I can't immediately win anything. Takes. This knight is hanging. This knight is loose. That's the other thing I'm noticing. Oh. No, there's some weird stuff going on here. So now I see something like takes check, king over, check. The only way to block it is with the queen or with the bishop to come back. And if the bishop comes back, I just take with check. And the queen takes, and then I take the queen. Hey, what's up, Colster? So, yeah, one more time. Takes. he has this check, which I take, so I'm up 2 pieces. And then takes. That's probably what they're gonna do, but I mean, to not lose their queen. So let's do that. Yeah. Oh, maybe they did. Maybe they do lose their queen. Or they lose the bishop. Okay, I got it. Makes sense. Good, good. 2,300 would be sick. All right. So I'm seeing this is a check. Do I not have anything there? No, nothing immediately. Oh, this is, yeah, check and a fork. Because I'm attacking the thing. So, he takes. I'm even. Should I have more than that? Maybe. Okay, what about takes? Oh, takes, and then this. Look at that. Always check your continuations, your move orders. So takes, the only move is rook takes. Because that's check, and then this picks up the queen. Because if rook takes, then this rook comes down and it's check, and if you move the rook back, then I take and it's mate. So I think we saw it to the end of that line. So this is nice. Yeah, that's really nice. All right, 2,300. All right, let's try to get to 2,400. Shouldn't be too hard, but we're gonna test our metal. See if we are copper or tin. Test our metal. So with this move, they have undoubled their rooks. I wonder if that leads to anything. So, like, I can't sacrifice the queen, can I? Check. Takes. Rook take or rook check doesn't work because the king moves up. Yeah, that doesn't work. It's an interesting idea, though. Feel free to chat in the chat. I'd appreciate it. I gotta get my numbers up as far as people that are chatting in there. I can't really take this in rook, although I'd like to. Oh, maybe. No. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Alright, so we should always look at checks and captures first. Okay, so check. This is check. So he's got to take, right? Yeah. And then this comes down, then here. And it's nothing. That's nothing. There's nothing there. So captures. Alright, so let's look at this takes. Pawn takes. Still not threatening anything. I'm not really threatening to push the pawns. I mean, I guess I am. Easily thwarted, maybe. There's not really a way to threaten the queen. The queen's not trapped in any way. Am I missing something here? Just looking at everything. I can go here. Oh! There we go. Wait. What about this move? Pinning the rook to the queen. The queen doesn't have any checks, so she can't get away. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if... maybe somebody in the chat figured it out. But yeah. That seems like it pins the rook. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's a good one. Okay. This has got to be an attack on this side. The let's see, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're down 2 pawns. I don't think we're getting back any of the compensation as far as like winning the queen. The queen's not really trapped. Not really. Queen's got plenty of squares to go to. Where she's not real. Well, maybe not that many. Couple of squares. Really kind of bearing down on my king, so I can't castle. This is a hard move to stop. Oh, it's I bet it's a combination of ideas. So the queen has a couple of different squares that she can go to. But I bet we block off a number of them by threatening. Did you ever fix your graphics card? It fixed itself, kind of. The working on when I uploaded, what was I trying to play? I was trying to play Call of Duty, I think. I was trying to play Call of Duty, and my graphics card kept dropping. It kept overheating. That game takes up so much. Yeah, Warzone. Yeah. It was Warzone. I don't know. Okay, so I'm thinking, yeah, this looks like a good move. This is, I could just take it because the pawn is pinned. Actually, I mean, it doesn't really do anything because I just have mate there. So, after queen g5, the only move, I think, yeah, the only move is g6. And then from there, what do I do? That's a good question. What do I do there? I can't really take twice. If I go up with my rook, they have this move. Ow. Yeah, so here. How do I follow that up? Rook here, queen, check. I can move out of the way. They take my rook, because they kind of have to. What other move do they have? Do I have... I must have a continuation after that. So, after these moves... I can't take twice. I mean, I could take twice. But I don't gain anything from it. Like the king just moves to h8. So I feel like I'm getting the right idea. I'm just not getting the right continuation. So here, this is forced. Maybe this? Check. If rook takes queen... No. Doesn't really do too very much. Maybe a sacrifice first? Or maybe queen here now. What does this do, though? Again, it forces this move. Oh, do I just have this? Yeah, that's probably it. Okay. So here's the idea. So the queen, again, threatens checkmate on the square. But then queen here. Oh, but then I can take the queen because this pawn is pinned. Okay, so that's an interesting motif. So here, you can't really stop mate except for to push the pawn. No, you can't. You don't trade queens actually, because if the queen falls back to try to protect the pawn's pinned. So I just take that queen. So yeah, so I'm thinking here this is forced, and then here, and note there's no checks in the position. My queen is here, so you can't push the pawn, and there's really no way. There's no way to defend that pawn whatsoever. So that's got to be it. Yeah, and then you lose the queen. That's good. Good combination. All right, moving on. This knight, I immediately see that this knight is a little weak. Little undefended. So I'm already thinking about moves like bishop b4, queen retreats. You know what's funny is that, wait, why not use the rook to take the pawn first? Because if rook takes, king takes, queen g5 is a check, and when the king moves to the corner, you do have a check on f6, but it's at best it's perpetual. You don't have, there's no mate there, and you can't bring your rook over because you're not castled. So at any time that you stop giving checks, the queen comes to h1 with a check, you move your king out of the way, and you lose your rook. So the best you have in that position is perpetual. So in this puzzle, I see there's an interesting motif that this piece is weak, and whatever so the queen is the only thing that's protecting it. And what's funny about it is that once the queen takes back, the queen is then unprotected. So this threatens the queen. Queen moves anywhere to protect the knight. Then I take the knight. Queen takes from wherever she's at, and then I can push this pawn. And because this pawn is pinned to the queen now, they can't take. So is the bishop trapped though? Yeah, the bishop's trapped. Because the bishop moves here, I take with the knight. Knight takes, and then a queen takes the knight. So, yeah, seeing that this is immediately weak is important. So again, this is here. Queen moves anywhere to protect the knight, otherwise the knight is hanging. So let's say here. Bishop takes, queen takes, so the queen is here. And then I push this pawn. If pawn takes, I take the queen with my queen. Bishop. If bishop takes, then I take with the knight. Again, you can't take back because the queen would be hanging. So the bishop has to move to h5, and then I have two pieces attacking it. So I take with the knight, and then if the knight takes on h5, then I take back with the queen. That looks good. Yeah, looks good. All right. So the knight has undefended this square, this square, these squares. So let's just look at checks and captures first. I have 2 checks in the position. I have 3 checks in the positions. I have 4 checks in the position. All right. Well, let's look at the most obvious one first. This looks like it could work in tandem with something. This check down here. So we're going to look at this first. So check, queen takes. Seems the most likely. Oh, you can't go queen takes. Because if queen takes, then I take here. You take back with the queen, and this rook is undefended. So let's look at that again. So knight takes. Say rook takes. Is there an issue for rook takes? Not really. It kind of lines up these pieces weird, in a very weird manner. like an Alekine's gun, but it's blocked in by your own pawn. Neither of the checks really do anything in that position either. Okay, so we also have this check, which is really interesting. Takes. Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, we're taking. Okay, so we're. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, so takes is a check. It's a royal fork, right? So you have to take it back. And when you do, you have this takes. Rook takes on e8. If the queen takes back, then this rook is hanging. So the queen can't really take back. I like that. Yeah. Okay, so we didn't think far enough in our calculation to see that there was a queen here. So let's just go back real quick. So we're gonna mark this down, even though I might get it right still. My apologies. Allergies are getting bad, especially in spring. So even though we might still get this right, I'm gonna mark this down as a loss because I didn't see all the way to the end. So I saw 1, 2, 3 moves, but I didn't see 4 moves. Technically, I didn't see 3.5 moves. Okay, so where do we go from here? This looks like it. You can go here, but then here, and you're not picking up the rook anymore. Yeah, I don't want to move back. I don't want to go. I don't want to stay on this rank. So this makes the only obvious sense. Okay, now from here, where do we go? This pawn is really advanced. Could we just pick up the knight and call it a day? If we pick up the knight, I'm thinking of ways that they're going to that the queen can protect this square right here. And it looks like the only one is to go queen c7. Yeah, queen c7. Just trying to think kind of prophylactically, like in advance. So what am I going to do in this position? Queen is protecting this pawn. Do I just come back and threaten this pawn? Probably. Ooh, that is not the right move. Okay, so I didn't see something in this position. Oh, do I have to take it with check? I bet I have to take it with check. Yeah, okay. That's so tricky. That's so tricky. And I think that the reason that you need to take it with check is because then you pick up this pawn, and that's the only way to save face as far as having an advantage. That's tricky. So we went 5 before we lost one. But I think that's still good. So we're going to go ahead and play. I think that we've had a little bit of a good warm-up. We're going to go ahead and play rapid 10-0. Do our best. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in so far. All right, let's go. Let's go e4. 5. Yeah. I really need to start reviewing these openings. I think I should play this move. The castles make sense. Oh, doesn't castle. Well, this undefends this space here. There's no way to take advantage of that, is there? I'd like to play this move. Takes. And I don't have the queen takes. So that doesn't make any sense. Thinking about this move. I'm trying to think about why it doesn't work. Okay, so this is a fishing pole. Okay, so I'm seeing some kind of tactic here now. If takes queen. Then maybe here. All right, well, let's go for it. I think he's going to play queen here. This is an interesting, oh. What? Alright, let's think this through. Well, this is with check. I mean, this is with check. I can just pick this queen up. I don't have anything better here? I don't think so. Interesting play. Now the question is, I should probably just take my knight, right? Yeah. Okay. Queen, knight takes, I guess. All right, this position's just falling apart for my opponent. Oh, just mate. I don't know. Okay. Well, let's review that one.
I can help reorder everyday items, track your deliveries.
Alexa, stop. Okay. That was an awfully quick game. Our opponent in total used 44 seconds. So probably not a good use of their time. So I like e4 openings just because they're really sharp. We just had tactics training, so I don't see why we can't go for a tactical opening. This is the Berlin defense. Okay, nice, interesting. So d3 is the move here, but I played this instead. This is the Stanley variation. I'm gonna start learning these. Alexa, stop. I'm going to start learning these openings. I really need to. Alright, so this is the Stanley variation. Probably, I don't know if this is completely right, but this works out. The 3 knights. So this is the Vienna game Stanley variation 3 knights, okay? This is the Italian variation of the 4 knights. And then the knight takes on e4 here. Okay, yeah. With this is the idea. Okay, so this is losing. Okay. So I shouldn't play this. I should definitely be playing d3. Actually, I should be playing d3 back here. And now knight f3. Okay. So we learned that in this opening, if they play knight f6, we definitely want to play d3. So we're learning. So this is a little bit of a blunder. This is not a good variation. It still wants me to play d3. Let's go ahead and turn on the engine. So this is pretty even. It wants me to... Okay, h3 is the most commonly played move. That makes sense. Yeah, this looked weird to me. So d3 is the most common played, with knight g5 being the move that wins most often. Or no, d4. d4? I have d4 in this position? Wait. Let me look at d4 real quick. Takes. What's the idea here? Wait, hold on. I want to see how this plays out. E takes d4? Wins? E d4 wins for white most of the time. Why? Okay. If I take this bishop, nothing's... Am I missing something here? So knight takes e4 is the most common. Okay, that just looks like it just drops the knight. So that's not... Well, maybe it doesn't. Okay, this is just bad. This is bad for black. Okay. So on this, and then... Nobody's ever played this as a master. Okay. I'm not quite sure. Oh, are you just... Well, I mean... Okay, so black won this at one point, right? This is the best move. That's weird. It's a really hard move to find. So yeah, what happened to this move? Yeah? Yeah, I don't know. This is out there. Alright. So, we kind of sort of blundered. This, I thought, looked good. Yeah, I thought that was really weird. Yeah. Again, this doesn't really make too much sense to me, I guess, because... Oh, yeah, you're just ignoring the threats. Okay. So, yeah. Opponent played this. I played knight takes, which is not good. Then, yeah, my opponent blundered. That's crazy. Glad to know that we finished it off with engine moves, though. So this is interesting. Nice little semi-sort of trap. I mean, you're never going to run into h5 ever again. But, okay. All right. Let's move on to the next one. We'll try to keep in mind that if we're going to play the Italian opening like that, the bishop game into the Stanley variation, that we need to play d5. All right, so we're going to play I Am Rosen's favorite opening, which is the Stafford. This is the most common. Good.
Do you know what happened at the end?
So what happens on this? Here?
Hey Dad, can I tell you what happened at the end of my book?
You're going to have to give me a minute. I'm streaming at the moment.
Aww.
I know.
It's really rude. So
I don't have this move, do I?
At first you think that it's all boring and it's just gonna be about a boy who reads newspapers about a shark. But
I said no. I'll talk to you about it in the morning, okay? You need to get some sleep. Okay. So I should probably know a lot more theory than I do. This looks good. Okay, so let's think about this. There's not any way to block it, so the king's got to go here or here. Here or here. Or here. If I play this move, they have this move. I know that this is kind of the common motif in here as well, somewhere, but not with this rook over here. Interesting way to play it. Alright. Have to look at this move afterwards. So if here, here... Do I just castle, maybe? Or let's just castle. And we'll say, okay, we'll concede that it's not the best position. This would be funny. I kind of want to go here. Then takes, takes, takes. Well, I'm not really threatening to take. Let's do this first. I think this makes sense. Am I threatening to take here? Take, take. Probably not. Maybe with this move. Takes. Yeah, I thought about that. So I like this move, I think. Do I have this move? Probably not. Have this move. And push. I think this is the only move. I'll go ahead and pre-move this takes. Oh, okay. I think we just need to start pushing on this side of the board now. Do this, for instance. The queen is, or the king on this side is not exposed, but definitely not as safe as they would like it to be. That's an interesting move. Putting all of their pawns on white squares, on light squares. It's typically not a good idea. Okay. Okay. Now I'm threatening this pawn once the knight moves. Thinking about moves like this now, kind of targeting these pieces. I also have moves like this, which is that's pretty nice. I think that, let's go ahead and think about this. I don't really want to trade queens. Really don't want to lose this pawn though. If I go here, that's probably pretty good. Probably because if I go here, this just invites this push. I mean, that's a decent looking move. I think that this invites this though. I mean, not all roads lead to mate, but I mean, this seems sensible. Everything seems protected. At least initially. I think this is probably okay. I don't want to trade queens, I really don't. But at the same time, I don't like the idea of losing this pawn. If takes, this bishop is a little awkward. If I go here, at least I'm like threatening to take this way. I'm coming down this file now. If I go here, then he pushes. That makes no sense. Or little sense. I could do this. Takes. Oops, sorry. This. Takes. No, I can't do that because that needs to go. Yeah. So maybe like just try to jump into some of these weak squares. I don't think I'm hanging anything. If he pushes this, then I'll just put my knight here instead. Try to blockade as many pawns as I can. Yeah, he's... Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking of moves like this. Okay, now... If I push... That doesn't work, so they gotta take this way? Or they can just move the pawn forward, I guess. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and pre-move this. So if the bishop moves now, well, I guess this would be the only right square, right? So now I'm going to come here. Do I want to move this rook or this rook? I feel like maybe I want to move this rook. And I can kind of target this. If they had played up, it would have been a different move. So now they're double attacking. They're not really double attacking the pawn. Now they are. But now I can defend. I'm attacking the knight now. That's an odd move. Okay, do I have anything here? This is the only move available for white. What is he? Is he threatening anything here? Okay, so let's think about this. So this, then this, right? I don't have any checks further down, but I could come back to check and move up, maybe? Moving up the board? Interesting. This rook is a little loose as well. I like my bishop against it, though. Oh, what about this move? Is this mate? What? I just found mate. Took all this time. Wow. That's why you always look for a better move. I had mate in one. Didn't even think about it. Always look for checks and captures, people. Always look for checks and captures. Okay, so this is the Stafford Gambit. Okay. So the move most often played is bishop c5. h3 is the move to protect. And then I'm going to guess that h5 is the move that Eric Rosen plays probably most often. And then this move. All right. I don't know enough Stafford Gambit theory to really be playing this. Yeah. If you're starting any position at 1.8 behind, probably not the best to start with. I understand that it's a gambit line and that a lot of people play it because it can be fun and it can lead to interesting positions, but when you're playing against like 1675 rated opponents and they know more theory than you do, it's probably not a good sign. Probably not a good sign. Ooh, that's an interesting move. Ooh. Ooh, that's woof. That's woof. Okay, yep, push. Yeah, I thought about that move. I thought about check, but it... Oh. Yeah, and I hallucinated. I thought to myself, check, and then I thought here, and then it was protected, but it's not. So they're just losing a knight. I should just trade that queen. That makes sense. I should just trade the queen. Okay. Didn't play it the best. So where did my opponent lose the thread? Yeah, so that was a good move. Yeah, that wasn't a good move. I said that this was going to be better. I knew that was going to be better. And takes. Opponent didn't stop any of my threats. Really didn't care about my threats. Yeah. I thought for sure that this was the best move. And then I'm just up a knight, but yeah, this is weird. It was just weird. Yep. That's why you always look for mate. I was down to 2 minutes and 33 seconds. I needed to play faster. Holy. I need to play faster. All right. I like Chess 420. That's always a good name. If you are in the chat, thank you very much, first of all. Second of all, I really need you to chat at least a little bit. If you haven't already chatted, then I need you to chat. But if you've already chatted, don't worry about it. But all right. Computer best, I'm sure, is this. I'm sure this is computer best. So I'm going to play it. I'd love to play it like a computer. And then this. Probably not the best, but probably will be played at some point. Ooh, I was wrong. I mean, I like copying my opponent. They usually have some good intentions. If this, then I think this. They don't. Okay. I'd like to play this in one fell swoop, but I don't think this is the time. Okay. Go here. I'm more apt to want to play like this and dislodge their knight. Seems reasonable. Now if this, I have this move. And if they kick, then I'll just take. Yeah, I'll just take. Okay. Not a bad position. Probably not the best. We're going to go ahead and castle. They're going to go ahead and castle. They're not going to go ahead and castle. Shame. Shame on them. All right, our opponent has a dark colored bishop, and we don't have one. So it would be best to play on the light squares if we can. So something like this. I really don't like the idea of them pinning me. That would be gross. Actually, we don't have a bishop. Maybe it's okay to play in the dark squares. Like, I'm okay with this. And then this. So let's just do that. Now, if they pin, I do have to move my queen. Takes. Oh, they're gonna let me give up my... Okay, so this is a weakness in my position, so I'm okay with giving this up. They're gonna give up with the rook. Oh, with the queen. Okay, with the queen. Alright. I want to get my rooks connected, but I also don't want to give a pawn. That would be bad. Maybe something like this. This is probably pretty good. If they take here, I'm fine with that. I'm probably going to go here. Just want to get my queen developed. I don't want to stray too far from this other side of the board, but at the same time I feel like I might be doing so with my queen. Okay. It's an interesting move. Something like this. I can meet here. I mean, that's good too for me, I think. Right? Do I just want to push this pawn, or do I trade it off? I think trading it off is probably for the best. Okay. 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 Trading off queens here would be lovely. Something like this. Okay. So the idea is to go queen here.
threatening mate. It's a good threat. It's a good threat. Let's do this. And then if here... There's going to be a war of attrition here as well. Like, just defend against everything and then, yeah. I think this is good. Just defending against the checkmate here. If something like this, then I mean, I'm okay with just pushing. Okay, so what's the idea here? Not sure what the idea is here. To push? I don't think your idea is to push. So both pawns race down just as fast. I think this is the best one to start with. I don't think there's any sacrifices in the position. Just take here. If this, then I'm just going to take with the queen. I'm okay with trading off the queen because I should be winning this pawn race. I'm just up 2 pawns. Okay. Is there a problem with me taking? You know, I do have this move. No, because then he has this move. I think just taking is probably good. Not real. Again, not threatening anything in the position. Just got to be careful. Just got to be careful. This would just run to this. I do have thoughts of doing this now, I think. Oh, then this. Okay, now. Okay. So the idea is that he's targeting this pawn. I could do this. That works. I'm also threatening this pawn now. Okay. Yeah. Opponent plays Queen C1 or Rook C1. I guess not seeing that this is hanging. I'm not quite sure what the. Maybe they mouse slipped. They meant to play here. Then on takes. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would have played there. Probably this. That looks good. And then if push, then this. Okay. Alright, let's go to the analysis board. So our opponent played D4. D4 opening. Oh, this is... Okay, so this is the best move. Okay, I'll try to remember that. E6 is the best. Makes sense. Okay, now C5, which I completely ignored. So we're playing against the London. Okay. D3. I went here, which I guess is not too bad. Yeah, I played this move because I knew that if this, then this. And takes. And I don't know. I feel like I've got a nicer position here. Yeah. This threatens this fork. And just picking up the bishop, I guess. Oh. That's messed up. My opponent had played that. That would have been gruesome. The idea behind this move is that you can't take it. You can't really move away too much because you do have threats like this, and then all kinds of nasty stuff. Now my knight's hanging. Yeah, this is just bad. Oof. All right. Let's play another. All right. E4 again. Italian. And if they play this move, we remember that we're going to play this move. Yep. Okay. Good. We are on the right track to learning. That's an odd move. I mean, I guess I technically was threatening to pin the knight. This is good. This is going to come with this. And then maybe here. Or maybe I just castle. Okay. Knight takes. Again, another opening I'm not too familiar with. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so the question is here, do I want to take this knight and then develop with tempo? I guess, why not? Seems reasonable. And they move all the way back, undefending their pawn. This is a funny move. Okay, well, I mean, we could just move back. Yeah, you just move back. Okay. Okay, so the idea is to go here. Yeah, I thought about that too. Okay, so let's kick the bishop away. All right. Should I kick it further down the road? I think I should. Well, I have the opportunity. And then I'm going to go here. And then I want to castle long. I want to play moves like this. I want to push my pawn. Do I want to push my pawn first? Probably not. I can't really play this move because the queen is protecting that. Maybe Thoughts of sacrificing? Okay, thoughts of sacrificing are dashed. Okay, they're saying that this is undefended, which is true. It's hard truth. Hard truth. Maybe this? Maybe... Do I have any of that moves? Not really. No good ones. Maybe this? Where am I going with this knight? Not really a plan. Then here. Then here? Ultimate defense. Interesting. If here, I do have this move. And then if takes, takes. And if takes, takes. Okay. Again, reasonable. So if here, or maybe just push. Probably just push. The bishop kind of has to stay on this diagonal. Has to stay on this diagonal because it has to protect against the rook, or the knight fork here. And my opponent doesn't see that? What I'd love to see is something like this. And then knight takes, then I just wanted to leave it there. Okay. Okay. Okay, this. Alright, so I like this move. I like this move. I like this move. I like this move. I want to stop my opponent's counterplay. That's what I want to do. So what is my opponent's counterplay in this position? Like, what are they going to play? What do they want to play? Well, this bishop's bad. This bishop's not too bad, but it is still going to be bad. If I go here, he pushes. We got a little bit of time here. We can think about it. I was thinking about doing something like this, and then here. And in order to do that, then I need this pawn to be defended. So these two files are both open. I like this idea. And then push, and then knight here. This one's half open, technically. Actually, this one's not open at all. This one's the one that's open. But if I do this maneuver where I move the knight over, the pawn up, knight over, bishop takes, pawn takes, then these are both half open files. I don't know why knight forks are so difficult to see sometimes. Okay, so the idea here is pawn push, or to take, if I take this pawn, then rook over, threatens mate if I move the knight. Unless I move the knight back? Okay. Interesting. So I can take here, rook over, knight back. If not, then pawn push. So I have this move, and then pawn push. So let's clear this off a little bit. push. I'm just going to try to hem in this bishop. Push. Here. Queen can't come here. Could come all the way back. And then my pawn's here, so my knight's kind of trapped. Alright, let's go for this. This is probably not for the best, but it's probably not too bad. Yeah. So now, what does black want to do? Black wants to remove this knight. Yeah. So the problem with allowing takes is that this queen is still eyeing this pawn. So I'm going to move here. And if takes, then I take back with the king. Trying to figure out what I missed. Yeah, but this isn't threatening. What's funny about this is that I don't even have to bring the queen back necessarily. I can just push the pawn. And if push, even if the bishop tries to take, then yeah. this pawn push doesn't exist. I mean, do I have this move? If here, then this pawn is hanging. And if here, this pawn is hanging. So he doesn't move either one of them. Solid. Oh, I dropped it. I dropped a pawn. Okay, let's do this. I'm threatening this pawn again. Don't know what that does. I'm guessing that I'm doing this here. That's a funny move. They'll forget that their queen is hanging. Who knows? Je ne sais pas. Oh. I found a good move. This is a funny move too. Takes. Everybody enjoying the lo-fi beats? Let's try to remember that anything that's on these squares is hanging. I thought about moving my queen up, and I realized that he just takes. They just take. That's no Gouda. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, I saw that. So we're down a little bit of time. We're going to try to pick this pace up a little bit. I'm definitely okay with doing something like this. and trading off queens. These pawns are going to run. That's the idea. And the bishops are terrible. Alright, let's just trade off queens if we can. If not, then something like this is coming. Okay. I like these ideas. Okay, getting out of the way of this, I guess. Still want to trade off this queen, if I can. Which, yeah, this rook's not really doing too much right now, so I'm going to do this. If something like this, then I'll meet it with this. Yeah. Yep. Just threatening the pawn over here. Also threatening things like this. Nasty. Nasty. Nasty things like that. Not really threatening anything in this position. Well, they are threatening a queen. This mate. Alright, let's do this then. Do I want to do this? Yeah, let's do this. And I'll trade queens again, if they're willing. That's not an issue. Should I threaten this rook? They are threatening my pawn. So let's do this. We do have to move a little faster. He doesn't have any checks if I go up here. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Opponent checkmated me. Let's go back and look. Wait. I moved the wrong... No, I made the wrong move. I thought that when we looked at this, that this was the best move. Or D3 is just the most common played. Okay. Okay, let's see where we went wrong. Okay. Played well. Yep. Okay. Okay, we allowed some counterplay. Allowed a lot of counterplay, actually. So our opponent played some really good moves here. When does this move show up? Does this move ever show up? It's a really good move. Yeah, opponent found the best continuation here. Yeah. I just didn't see mate. That sucks. That's no Gouda. We're not supposed to be losing at this low level. Alright. I'm gonna go D4. This is usually my go-to. Alright. If this I like to trade, but oh. Okay. I forget what this is called. Catalan? Catalan position, I think. I think I want to do something like this. Get castled. I'm kind of okay with the tension in the middle. Nah, I mean. Actually, should I press D4? Or D5, I mean. That seems pretty reasonable. Moves it all the way back. That is bold. I'm going to go ahead and castle. Yeah, I saw this move. And I thought that, okay, well, I can just go ahead and trade off some pawns. One less pawn on this diagonal, so I have got some room. So I see takes, takes, takes. Takes. Yeah, that looks good. I think we're winning a... I think we're winning a rook in the corner. Oh, no, we're not. I'm an idiot. This is defended. Our opponent's thinking about it, though. Yeah, I think that after this move, this is the only one back. They're gonna save at least a little bit of face. Make this bishop look as bad as possible. Yeah. This is actually a pretty funny move. My knight is really enjoying this space. I just want to keep all of my pieces on dark squares, as many as possible at least. That's an interesting move. Do I have any move to I don't have any moves to defend it, really. Or to attack, that is. I guess this is probably the easiest. Yeah. That's a funny move. So now if you take my pawn, I take your bishop. This isn't... Okay, so what's your idea? You're gonna give up the... Okay. Yeah, you just forgot about mate. The back row. Yeah, that was a really interesting game. Again, so let me go back. So this is the Horowitz defense and Catalan, yeah. Okay. So usually here, and then block with the bishop, and then you take with the knight. Okay. I don't usually play the Catalan. I've almost never played the Catalan. So this has got to be okay. Yeah, I felt like this was a little bit of a gambit line. Okay. This is definitely a gambit line. Yeah, then I saw a ghost here. It was weird. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what my opponent saw here. Oh, I didn't like this move. Oh, well, I'm an idiot. I didn't like this move because of this, but then obviously we had the take, so. That's funny. Take the pawn. The idea is that you can't take the knight because of the back row mate again, so my opponent's constantly playing against this. Yeah. Then mate in two, yeah. It's better to trade the rook on this file instead. That's funny. Alright. That was good. That was good. Alright. Let's play another. Hold on just one second. I'm making sure. Oh, yep, nothing else. Nothing to see here. I usually play the Sicilian against e4 opening, so I'm going to play the Sicilian. That is not a common move. I don't know what the right move is here, but I feel like doing this is probably good. Okay. After the initial shock wears off, this knight is not looking too good. He does have castling, so maybe I should get to moving some pieces out. Here. So maybe this is better. I don't know. Maybe, oh, you know what? I bet this is probably a good move. Yeah, because, and this is something that I learned watching a couple of other videos, is that whenever this move is played, it's almost always going to be a good idea to play d5 because you don't have the knight move out to kick you. So now I am threatening things like, so I want to do this, and then this to win the exchange, but it is a little slow. We'll see what they play. That's a good idea right here. Push the pawn. They probably don't want to. Okay. Now I'm threatening to take the knight and mess up this pawn structure. This nice whittle pawn structure over here, which I probably should have played a move earlier, honestly. I should have played that here. Yeah, I should have played that here. We're going to go ahead and take, and they can mess up the pawn structure now, or they can trade queens and mess up the pawn structure. But either way, I think it's going to favor me. Oh, but you know what? I do have this, but then this. Yeah. All right, so we're already behind in development. I don't want to be any further behind. Let's go ahead and start developing pieces. Okay, so the knight's there. Do I want my rook? I want my rook over here. Maybe something like this. Let's preempt it. That's a weird move. All of my pawns are on dark squares now. I don't like the idea now of trading. Let's do this first. Let's see what they got, what they're going to do. Okay, so they're looking for a knight trade. Do I want a knight trade? Probably not. Pawn structure is a little weird for them. They're not going to take back with the rook. I don't know why they put the rook there. I'm going to go ahead and put my bishop here. Just control this knight. Yeah, just control this knight for now. I want to put my rook on the open, or on the half open file. Okay. I do want to threaten things like this now. Push. I'm okay with opening things up right now. Does that. Okay. This is a really cool move, I think. Oh, okay. Wants to capture this pawn. want to move this. I have ideas here. Really interesting ideas. Like doing this and then sacrificing. Because if takes, check, blocks, mate. I have some interesting threats here. The more the position opens, the better it's going to be for me. Bishops are always good on open lines. Much better on open lines. Okay, so he kind of does it for me. I want to revoke this knight's ability to come back. Okay, so this isn't mate anymore. Yeah. Okay, let me think about this real quick. I do have push, takes. Yeah. What about here? Then here. Let's do this. My bishop's undefended at the moment, but it's very interesting. I think I just take that, right? And now what do I do? This is interesting. Now if takes, I go behind the pawn. And I'm able to queen without an issue. Yeah, so he plays that. Now if king up, I'm gonna play this. What a move. What a move. Oh my gosh, I think I have a mate here. Look at how nasty this is. Check. And you have to go back, or because if you move here, you lose your rook, right? So check here. Check. If you block, I just take, because both my rooks are on this file, or on this, on the square right here. If you move away, again, I just take. And then, if you move to the corner, then rook back to h4 is mate. That's nice. So I'm winning the rook here if they don't get mated. Yeah. Yep. And the mate. Oh, such a pretty mate. Such a pretty mate. Come on, you gotta follow for that. That's nice. What a heck of a... Yeah. This is a beautiful combination right here. Boom, boom, boom. That's nice. Heck yeah. What a mate. Thank you very much. Yoth. Thank you very much. All right. Let's do another. Do another. We started at 1700, trying to get to 1800 tonight. I don't know if it will happen. I do have episode 3 uploaded. I think this is somebody we just played not too long ago. $17.89. We're going to play the Sicilian. I know this isn't the normal line, but I can't help but play something weird. Okay. I think this is good. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So they played like that. I think that this is probably for the best. I am going to still take with the queen though. This is a funny... Oh, sorry. This is a funny combination. Okay. So again, this is my idea. Interesting. Yeah, and I have ideas like this. I mean, the knight's not really hanging. Still have ideas like this. Takes. If they take here, I take here first. Okay, so now they've kind of committed their knight. I'm okay with this now. Yeah. So the issue is that takes. Right. Should I just take here first? Take here first. Yeah. Just kind of mess up the pawn structure a little bit. And then something like this. Yeah. We're making a pizza pie. This knight doesn't have any good squares to go to. This pawn is weak. This bishop's weak. I have the uncontrollable urge to castle. But I mean, this looks pretty strong. I suppose they have this move then. Maybe this move? Okay, so wait, what about this move? Then they have this move. Maybe this move first? Let's do this first. If they push... That's a good question. That's a really good question. No, they don't push. So what happens on this? Knight here takes, knight takes, they're planning, so go here. They're just planning to move the rook over. Let's do this first then. We're probably taking way too much time here. But the idea is, yeah. Okay, but now... Let's go here. If takes... Okay. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and castle now. Now that we have more options in the position. That doesn't just drop a bishop. I believe it does. Unless I'm wrong. Or 2 pawns. Nope, it doesn't. It does not just drop 2 pawns. Or does it? Or does it? I don't like this move, though. It's scary. It is a bit scary. Oh. Well, now this is much more appealing. This is scary because the rook was lined up on it, but now it's not as scary. Now it's actually a little appealing. Appealing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. I think everything's kind of falling apart here. Well, not really. I mean, you have this move. Yes. Ooh. Does this work? Probably not. Hold on. Here, here. All right, so let's look at this real quick. We got 4 minutes. We got some time. Here. Wait, hold on. Here, if here takes with check. This is really complicated. Ooh. I think it complicates enough. It's complicated enough that I think that it works. It's complicated enough that I think that it works. This is hanging. This is not hanging. But this is. So something like this. Oh, not really. Like this. 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 There's a lot going on in this position. There's a lot going on. A lot going on. This just runs into this, and then back. And then takes, and then this takes, and then this. Well, actually, this mate. Okay, so they're going for it. What's funny is that I have this check, or, well, this is just a forced mate. I am threatening the bishop. Just up a solid bishop here. Dark squared bishop could be a little better, but interesting. I'm not quite sure what you're threatening here, sir. Okay. This is threatened. Not really. You don't really have any more checks in that position. Okay. I mean, every move wins, right? This spot. Yeah, this is just game over. GG. My opponent insists on playing on. Play on, they say. Thank you, thank you. They want a rematch. I will take a rematch. Let's do it. 1780. Interesting. Interesting move. Threatening this pawn twice now. Okay, so he protects it. I'm not really threatening to take this knight just yet. But in the future I might threaten to take it. kind of want to put my queen here now. Yeah. Again, I'm not threatening to take this just yet. He's gonna have double knights here. Yeah, that's fine. This is a good move, I think. Ooh. Excellent question. Do I want to take this? It doesn't really help. I'm going to end up taking that anyway, aren't I? Oh, he took with the... Oh, I don't think that was right. Maybe it was right. Darn. That's messed up. Guess it was right, huh? Yeah, I just blundered. Okay, he could have played this much better, but okay. Okay. So after an exquisite event, length of an event, yeah, I did not play that well. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. No take backs. I don't request take backs. I don't give take backs. We'll rematch though. Okay. England Gambit. I like it. Getting all my pieces developed. Okay. This is a little bit of a tricky move, I think. Check. Check. Pick up the queen. That was a good game. So I played a little bit more my speed. This is the England Gambit. That is, I don't know what that is. I don't think that most people intend to play that move order. That's for the... Yeah, I'm just up 2 pawns for no reason. Just bring my pieces to the middle. Get my pieces developed. Ooh, that's the best move. Oh, that's so nice to see. That my tactic works out because I'm positionally set up. So, who was it that said tactics flow from positions? I can't remember who it was. But the general idea is that this opens up tactics on this knight. This knight is hanging now. And what my opponent tried was this, not seeing that now my bishop and my queen are both lined up on this pawn. And if at any time you try to protect it, I just take the bishop. So this was the best. And then, yeah, retreating was probably, I mean, it wasn't the best, but at the same time, there's not much to do. Check. And then, yeah, picking up the queen. Yeah. Yeah, with the idea that if you take here, I go here. This is an interesting move. This is forced. And then I go here. This is forced. Yeah. Just picking up the pawns. I probably would have gone here. Yep, just picking up everything. Oh, I probably would have. I'm hoping I don't lose this against Stockfish here. Yeah, I'm not losing this against Stockfish. This is an easy win. I'll play Stockfish best moves. Surprised it doesn't take the pawn. Yep, there you go. That's the best. That's the best that could have happened. Yep. 1760. All right, we got a little bit of ways still to go. This is probably the most This I've never faced. Alright, we're just going to develop normally. I don't know. I like this for white. Leaving kind of leaving an isolated pawn here. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Wow, mouse slipped. Ooh, gonna have to come back from a mouse slip. Alright, let's think about this. I lost 2 pawns in a dramatic mouse slip event. It's not good. Not good. I guess let's go ahead and get pieces developed. I'm wondering if I can trap the queen. I guess not now. Maybe still. Thinking about moves like this, and then this. Is the queen trapped in that line? Indeed she is. Alright, let's see if we can trap a queen. Can we trap a queen? No, we cannot trap a queen. Maybe trap a bishop. Maybe not. Maybe. Have we worked back into the good graces of the chess gods? Perhaps. It's not going to be easy. Yep. It's not going to be easy. Or maybe it will be easy. Do I want to take with the rook, or do I want to take with the bishop? I think I want to take with the rook. Ooh, interesting. I'm getting some interesting counterplay here. My opponent is not... Wow. I'm not trapping the queen yet. Or am I? Wait. No, not yet.
Excuse me. Oh, missed. We did it. We did it. I'm sorry, Mr. Raj. Missed that his queen was hanging after this interesting move. I'm tricky. I'm tricky. Of course, it's not GG just yet. My opponent can still play on, should he choose to. In the meantime, I think we're going to run to the restroom. He's got 6 minutes, and he might just burn it all right here. So I will be back. As I had anticipated, my opponent has not returned to the game yet, so we will wait. In the meantime, let's go ahead and look at a different position. I want to look at this opening. What did I say earlier? I thought this was the move. I guess D3 is the most common move. And then but knight B3 is the best. And what happens if they play this? Okay, then D3 is still the best. Or the D3 is the best. And then of this, the boy. And then the knight out is best. Okay. Whenever they bring the bishop out, you're supposed to bring this knight out. It's interesting. Okay, then I can go for this. And this is just this Vienna. Okay, so this is Vienna. This is the Stanley variation. Vienna. Now it's this. Yep, Stanley, Vienna. That's interesting. Alright, let's close this one out. We'll go over here. Our opponent seems to have left the game. I'm gonna go ahead and wait it out. Just out of respect. I don't want to call a draw because this is me trying to get higher rated, so but I'm also not gonna just claim the draw. Claim the victory. Although I would probably say that in this position I'm winning by a lot. I'm up a bishop and a queen. I think that it's fair to say that I would win this game. So I'm going to go ahead and say claim victory. So we're going to go with a new opponent. We are rated 1770-ish, I think. Oh man, we only gained 7 rating points from that last one. All right, e4. So we looked at this, this, and this. That's the only one we didn't look at. How dare he, or she, or they. I mean, I might be tempted just to go here and... They are just not... They're not... I mean, I guess that's a move. They got their pieces developed. Where are they going to castle? All right. I've got my pieces developed and they don't. Or I've got 3 pieces developed, they've got 1. Still only have 1 piece developed. Alright, I'm going here so I can see about pushing this. I also want to get castled long. Still want to get castled long. I mean, that's an honest move. It's not a good, honest move, but it's a move. Let's go here. If forward, I am going to take. I'm not really worried about that. Just like I'm not really worried about this. I think that this is good. Double threatening this, double threatening this. I think bishop takes is probably best. Okay. We're going to chop off the bishop because the bishop was the strongest piece in the position. If knight takes, I'm going to take this with my rook. Yeah, I like this better. Because now I'm threatening to take this. Admirable. Okay. I like the idea of controlling this knight with my bishop. I'm not really in a rush to trade pieces right now. The king is pretty open, so I'm okay with doing things like, you know, some exploratory services. Okay. If takes, then takes. No, that doesn't work. I mean, this is pretty good, right? And I'll take here. Am I threatening to take the... I think I am. Threatening to take the knight and the rook. Just double attacks. Attacking when you need to defend. Defending when you need to attack. Multiple positions like this. That's just a free rook. So this is an interesting move. And then here. And then here. And here. If this plays out, that'll be funny. And then here. And then takes. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, we didn't look at this one, so let's look at this one. What happens here? What's the good move? Okay, D3. Yeah, probably for the best. That was an odd move. So I don't like castles here. The reason I don't like castles is because of this. This is good. Oh, just getting pieces developed. Okay, yeah. This is so weird. What's going on? This is... I don't even know if I could play this. What is actually going on here? Whoa. That's nuts. Alright, that's not what happened. So what did I do in this position? I just developed the knight. I'm still retaining a good advantage. Lost about half my advantage here. Did I play the computer move? Nice. Yeah, I just... Yeah. just fell apart. Okay. Let's keep going. 1774. Got about 26 rating points. Got about three, maybe 4. Okay. Okay. Opponent is playing pretty quickly. That doesn't make too much sense. That makes even less sense. Double isolated pawn in the middle. Okay. I think we can just target that. I don't think there's a way to protect it. Our opponent refuses to castle. Okay. Interesting. Are we just up a pawn? I think we're just up a pawn. Unprotected. This is protected twice, though. Castles here is not. I don't think it's a good move. See, I think that's not a bad move. It does pin the knight, though. Don't know how you're getting around that. Yeah, this is incoming. That's a GG. I only gained 7 points from that. See if he wants a rematch. Okay, rematch time. Let's go E4. Okay, so this is, I can't remember what this is called. Perk? This is the perk. We should know this. I know we should know this. We're going to play this. I think that this is the way that the computer would play it, so this is the way that I'm going to play it. And stop B5. Yeah, we're just going to try to stop as much counterplay as possible. This looks good. Yep. I think he had much better there, but that works. Picked up a pawn. Picked up a healthy pawn. Alright, let's do some soul searching. This bishop wants to come back. I have a dark squared bishop. I want my pawns on light squares. How do I go about doing this? Does this make sense? Takes, 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 takes. Makes a little bit of sense. Let's do it. I want to be able to meet this with this. So if he takes, takes, still not available to come back because I can just push. So takes, takes, and then the return back home doesn't really make any sense. I think the taking here is probably the best move. Or not. Okay. If takes, takes. Push. Interesting. The question is, do I want to take this pawn? Or do I want to defend this one? Takes, 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 takes. I mean, I guess I could snap this off. Well, let's do this. Now I'm thinking about this move. Because if he moves back, he does have this move. This is an interesting move. And still this, though. This right away, it looks good. This knight is hanging in a lot of lines. I have two connected passed pawns. Oh, I have to take the bishop now, don't I? Yeah, I think I do. Now, if he goes here, I have this move. And if he like protects it, then I can do this. It's a good move. Opponent found a really good move. Could I do this? Opponent's finding really good moves. Yeah. You have an interesting point. The queen trade, I think, is forced. Pretty sure it's forced. 99% sure it's forced. Yeah. Threatening the fork. My gosh. Opponent is playing well. Opponent is playing really well. So I'm thinking if here takes rook over, back. Okay. Now if here, and if over, I do this. So I know that it's winning if I take this knight. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. Want another pawn? I think it's going to take 3 more games, including this one. So attacking our bishop again? Yeah. I mean... Yeah. I think the problem is that if I go here... Okay. I don't know, he's playing this really smart. Playing it really smart. I really messed this up somewhere along the line. Yeah, I really messed this up. Man. I think I've got... Oh, yep. I think I've got this. Not sure what was going on there. It's a close game. Wonder if they'll want the rematch. Maybe not. They're a lower rank. Oh, maybe. Okay. Got 2 more games to win. We got to win 2 more games. Okay. I'm just going to have a... I don't want to go too crazy. Okay. Kind of want to go there. Let's go here first. Interesting. Okay, I've got 2 pawns here on open files that I think that I can try to push to an advantage. I'm going to try to push to an advantage. I should say. Okay. If I go here, he has all kinds of options. I think I'm gonna play here. I want to avoid. I want to avoid my opponent playing here, so that when I take here, they can't take. They have to take back with the pawn. Okay. Makes a little sense. Now I've got 1 rook on an open file. 1 rook on a half open file. Oh, that can't be good. Yeah. That's no good. Like maybe this? And then I say, no, I don't want to trade queens, and I come back. That's a no thank you, I don't want to trade queens kind of moment. Okay, targeting this. Let's go here. We just want to stop this pawn from moving forward, yeah. Do this. Yeah. We're threatening this. takes. And maybe we're not. Kind of want to defend this pawn first. Okay. All right, let's get our pieces more active. This is a funny move because I'm going to meet it with this. Oh. Should I meet it with that? This is also a funny move. It takes. Yeah, I think I want to keep pawns on the board. So this doesn't work. This doesn't work because I take, and this rook is now defended. So he takes there first. Yeah. Am I worried about this? Should I go here first? I think this is probably for the best. Let's go here. Now here, I only have one move. Here, check, here. I think he's out of checks. I think this is going on mate here shortly. I'm trying to figure out how he stops mate. Besides, I mean, he can give up the queen. It doesn't stop mate, though. Yeah, it still doesn't stop mate. Yeah, that doesn't stop mate. Gain 6 from that one. So we're going to need 6 more. He can rematch if he wants to. And he's gone. Okay. Let's go to the analysis board. Yeah, I don't know what opening this is. Great Snake. It's the English Great Snake. Am I ever in trouble here? Is that the move? It's... no. Not really. Yeah, I took a little longer here, and I was like, I thought, yeah, that's bad. Now we're cooking with gas. Now it says I should be trading queens. I'm not going to. Everything looks good. That looks weird. That should be a blunder. I did this first. Is this terrible? Nope, not because of that move. Okay, good. Played an overall good game. If we match up against somebody who's like 17, oh, 18, 20, perfect. All right, so if we win this one, should be over 1800, and then from there we're going to counter good graces. So we just got to play smart here. All right. I think the main move here is to capture, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to capture like this. Yeah, I saw this. it's still gonna not stop me from doing this. Ooh. I've got some interesting threats here. I still have some threats here. Still have some threats here. That's interesting. I want to think reasonably about this. I'd like to get my queen to that side of the board. I need to get my bishop developed. I need to get castled. Do I just push this bishop out of the way? This looks like it's forcing. It's pretty forcing. Now the pawn structure is gone. Can I target this pawn? This. Am I trying to do too much? Yeah, let's do this. With the idea that I'm going to go here now. Because this looks like the only move to protect the pawn. I'm going to play here, threatening this. This bishop is terrible. This knight is not where it wants to be. Queen can move here. This move. Yeah, this doesn't look good for... Does not look good. Does not look good for black. There's just a lot going on. See if I can finish this off with a good win. Okay, so he plays, yeah, this move, which doesn't blunder. Now he can't take this pawn because after check, king moves. Oh, I do have this check too. Or I just have the rook over. Yeah, this is looking dangerous. It's dangerous. That's a good move. It's a real good move. Alright, I think that I gotta play this move. Just targeting this. You know what? Back in this position, I bet I have. I bet I still have this right now. Or even this. This is probably sharper. Oh, maybe. Wait, what? This is interesting too. Oh, wait, what? That's funny. So he can castle now. Mostly out of harm's way. Threatening this, threatening this. This is the move that stops. Nope, that doesn't stop both. This is the move that stops both? Right. I'm just going to push down this file. Someone's playing really weird. Really weird. I beat him to it. Yeah, I beat him to the opening here. On c5. I beat him to it. Nice. Good win. Good win. For everybody who doesn't understand that, this position is winning for white because I get to this square on c5 a little quicker than black does. So if here to stop me from coming in, but now I have moves. I can waste moves. So I can go here, for instance, and he has to move. He has to go this way or this way. So, and we'll go to the analysis board real quick and we'll look at it. So in this position, yeah, white's just winning. The best move is here, up. You can do this, and then here. It's zugzwang. Meaning that you don't want to be able to move. You want to be able to pass, but you can't. So the computer wants me to go him to go this way, or them to go this way. So I'm going to go the other direction. And the idea is that I gobble up all these pawns. Yeah, they don't have the ability to capture any of them. Yeah, and it all stems from the fact that I was able to I can get around to the other side faster. That's why I decided that this was probably the best play. I thought here for a second about what the best move is. So the computer likes G1. I liked this move. It's all about the same. Yeah. And then from here, yeah, just... Yeah, I thought about this. And then push is what I thought. Here's an interesting move. I can't go here. I mean, I can, but I shouldn't. Yeah. This is trickier. Yeah, this is another zugzwang position. The rook wants to stay on this file and on this row. The pawns are both frozen. They can't move. And the king wants to stay next to these two squares. But the problem is that this is check. So the king has to... So something has to give in this position. The king doesn't want to move away from this square. Everything is frozen. King's frozen, pawn's frozen. Rook is frozen, but you have to move something. So you give up the pawn, move back, and now, yeah. Now you just, I mean, you don't even have to do that. You can just do this. Yeah. Just queen. Queen. Mess this up, of course. I think taking on f5 is winning, isn't it? I guess not. This is tough.
I made it rougher on myself than I should have. Oh, because the king takes. Are we sure? Oh, yeah, it's using chess base. That's so tricky. You see that? You see what the computer needs you to do? The computer needs you to be able to promote. But not in a weird way. It needs you to... If you lose the queen, you're promoting fast enough so that they can't... So that the king can't get to it. So your king is close by. So your king has to be on this side of the board. Your queen has to block from checks. So, yeah. So you're taking this with one tempo extra. Yeah, that's ridiculous. All right. We made it 100 points, people. We did have 2 losses along the way. Really good people that we were playing against, so I just got to sharpen up as well. And with that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and head off, call it a night. Thank you very much for being here with me. And, yeah, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for catching the stream. Talk to you guys here in a little bit.